whipping the crowd into a frenzy. Average 106.5 and still lost 5-1 to Michael van Gerwen. Needs a win here against Mark Potter Oosterhuis. The Harry Potter look-alike on the end of 2 5-0 thrashings. K.Huybrechts get the whitewash here. Rod Harrington and Rod Study commentators.
Yeah, thanks Dave. I think Mark Potter Oosterhuis must be hoping he'd been playing Quidditch, not darts this evening, because he hasn't even had a shot at a double yet in this tournament. 5-zip defeats so far to Steve West and Michael van Gerwen, and if he doesn't win a leg, he'll be the first player ever in the Grand Slam of darts to have been whitewashed 3 times. The current record holder, in inverted commas, is Niels de Ruyter from 2008, who won 1 leg. That was against James Wade, and he was whitewashed by Lewis and Ovens. So the first priority is here for Oosterhuis to win a leg, Rod. As far as Huybrechts is concerned, just get the job done and he'll secure 2nd spot in the group.
Yes, and I think perhaps we've got to say the occasion, they're not used to the crowds and our setup. Perhaps we have to mention that. It is totally alien to some of these guys, other guys like Andy Fordham, Martin Adams, and Scott Mitchell. We see they relish the big crowds, but other players really don't know what to do. But yes, the first thing to do is get a dart of the double.
Well, he is the biggest outsider in the Grand Slam. He's 16-1 just to win this game, and bookmakers' activity centring on whether he'll win a leg rather than whether he'll win the match. But the problem here is for Huybrechts not to turn up thinking, well, I've already won, because that's a very dangerous mood and attitude to have.
77.
It's extremely dangerous, and that was unlucky for Oosterhuis. I mean, that was in the treble 19. And little things like that you don't need when you're on a downer anyway. But Kim's been playing, really well over the last 2 or 3 months. Won a European event not long ago and played exceptionally well. So he's been coming into the event on some good form. And if his first starts firing that treble 20, then the others normally follow it.
120.
Well, it followed it all right. Well, he is first to a finish. Just about. I'll tell you what, if Huybrechts misses the treble, right, this is where he's got a real chance here, because even if he doesn't take this out, he should get a shot at a double.
He needs to find a treble.
Yes. That'll do.
Oh, well, he's done that. It would have been ironic if he'd taken that 170 out, Rodders.
Oh no, he must be thinking, oh no, double top for the 160. That is a killer blow. He left 87, he had every chance, and Huybrechts goes out on the 160. It never rains when it pours.
Life is not fair sometimes, and he still has not had a shot at a double. And we have to say, he had a 57 on the floor, so
60.
A bit unlucky for Mark Oosterhuis and Mark Potter, as he's got on his back. And of course, if he gets 2 or 3 legs down, then he's going to start thinking of that. I mean, we've all been there, we know what it's like.
Yeah, from 87 you would have fancied at least a shot at bullseye, but it never materialised, and so his torment continues. K.Huybrechts has been tormented rather by Michael van Gerwen in the Grand Slam of darts the last few years. This is the 3rd year running he's been in MVG's group, and it looks like the 3rd year running he'll come second to him in the group.
But he did play him in the quarter-finals last year and beat him. And Kim had a 9 darter in that leg, so...
but he could beat him again this year, Rod, obviously, couldn't he, with the draw as it is?
Yeah, fond memories. Sometimes, Rod, you get a stage where you just feel lucky and you know you're going to play well.
Well, he will, we think, be runner-up in the group, because you'd expect Van Gerwen to take care of Steve West, and that being the case, Huybrechts will play either Martin Adams or Steve Beaton in the next round. Wonderful darts from K.Huybrechts to lead 16 to leave double eights to make it 2-0.
60. Here requires 16.
Double eight for Huybrechts for a 2-0 lead. And 2-0 it is. 17 dart leg, not anything really to write home about, but all K.Huybrechts is interested in is getting legs on the board, securing second place. And I think unless we thought he was going to get a maximum there.
Maybe here.
140.
Frustration continues for Oosterhuis. I just feel that every time he hits something big or leaves himself in with a squeak of a finish, the chance gets snuffed out by Huybrechts.
Well, he has both legs, the 160 in the first leg and the 174 to set it up perfectly. You know, they're killer blows, but that's what the tour does for you, Robertson. And again, I was talking to Scott Mitchell, and he said that's what he's missing, that competitive, top quality darts every weekend. It hardens you up.
Good win tonight for Scott Mitchell, who finishes with a victory before departing the Grand Slam and then going on to defend his Lakeside title in the new year. 118. Oh no, not again, surely. Well, 118 is half a chance.
That would have been just too cruel, wouldn't it? So he's got a chance here, Oosterhuis. Move across, just over pitch this and find the treble. It's unlucky. Now he may come back to the board. Huybrechts may only get one dart on a double. It's going to be one dart.
He fears the worst. Oh, he's missed it. Right, now then. This is it. In the 13th leg that Mark Oosterhuis has played, he's going to get a shot at a double.
Don't miss the big numbers.
It's going to be double 10. And he breaks his duck. Well played and well done. He kept plugging away. And at the 13th time of asking, Mark Potter Oosterhuis has a leg on the board. And you'd have to be pretty cold-hearted to begrudge him that.
Yes, that's great. You can see how much it meant to Mark as well. Yeah, he's come a long way to play in this tournament, and
58.
Yeah, I think we're all cheering for him here to win that leg. I don't think Kim's fans were, but
134.
Mind you, when he hit the double top, he nearly threw that first one out the board.
94.
He's found the right magic potion late in the day. Maybe he should have tried some darting dark arts. As Huybrechts hits the first maximum of the match to leave 127 after 9.
He has found that 57 quite well. That's Oosterhuis. Treble 19. I don't think he would have gone for the bullseye. Well, he didn't have to go for the bullseye. His mark is at least 6 darts away. And again, he's finding the treble 19 quite well. After the second leg on the trot. Double 18 again. And this time he hits the double 18. 3 legs to 1 for K.Huybrechts. And like you say, Rodders, you know, a win here, a good win here for Huybrechts, you would think would put him through.
Yeah, 140. And a bit too much Wingardium Leviosa with the third dart. He took it over the top of the treble bed. Look, he's played much better tonight, hasn't he, to be fair, Mark Oosterhuis. And to be fair, the 160 in the first leg by Huybrechts is kind of making the difference. I'm not saying it's going to be the be-all and end-all, but it certainly could easily be 2-all at this stage.
Well, that's the second maximum for K.Huybrechts, and I think you're exactly right. He has played a lot better than he has done his other 2 matches, and you can see it in his confidence.
60.
You know, he's hit 2 140s in this leg, and they're the first 140s he's hit in the tournament.
42. Arguing for 161.
Well, he's not going to go out there. That really would have been remarkable. But I tell you what, he's picked up 2 green bits there to give him 3 darts at double 18 when he returns. And if you remember, Rod, Michael Van Gerwen, who knows Mark Oosterhuis very well, said, no, forget those first performance, he can actually play this lad. Oh yes, but he's back to 3-2.
Well, to be quite honest, Rod, as he come through a Dutch qualifier, and the way that the quality of Dutch dart players nowadays, he must have played some great darts.
Well, at the moment, there's one break and throw in it, and it was the 160 outshot from K.Huybrechts in the first leg, with Oosterhuis sitting on 87.
57.
Huybrechts, though, has the extra gear.
60.
Michael Van Gerwen plays Steve West later on. Should he win, as we expect him to, he will top this group.
100.
And also on the agenda tonight, Martin Adams already through. Will play Steve Beaton. Andy Fordham plays Michael Smith. And Peter Wright meets Mervyn King. And up next, Adrian Lewis against Wayne Jones.
Yes, and I think Lewis has got to be a bit careful there with Jones, because Jonah can play some darts. Just been a bit nervy against Andy Fordham the other night, so especially in the opening legs, Lewis has got to stay focused. But he's got 3 140s now. Can it make it a 4th?
100.
His grouping is so much better this evening, isn't it?
Yeah, he's played much, much better. 20 for tops here for Huybrechts for 4-2 to go within a leg of the match. Good finish, clean finish. And K.Huybrechts now has thrown 6 darts to double this match and hit on 4 occasions. Impressive.
Oh, one more leg for Huybrechts should see him through to the knockout stages.
140.
Oosterhuis, the man playing in this match, is nothing like the previous 2 matches.
No, it's not.
80.
Like I said, I think it had something to do with the occasion and the noisy crowds. It's just so alien to him.
Well, not impossible for him to hold throw again here.
60.
For what would be the 3rd time, and that would just make things a little bit interesting, because Huybrechts would have to serve it out in the 8th leg.
81.
Well, he's got to switch here. Oh, well, it's a long way off. He normally switches to the 19s, but he's went for the 51 to knock that 1 off. But he's put a 9 back on, which is worse. But a good visit here from Huybrechts. And it's his 3rd maximum, and what a time to do it. It's not been a really electrifying performance, but the one thing Huybrechts has done well, takes out the 160, and the set-up shots have been perfect.
60 for the match then. A simple equation. Single 20 for double 20. Double 10. And K.Huybrechts finishes it off with another clean kill from 60. Mark Oosterhuis played much, much better tonight. He got his first leg to the tournament, and that will come as a huge relief. Huybrechts looks booked for 2nd spot in Group A, but he's safely through the last 16. Let's confirm that by looking at the Group A league table. So Huybrechts will finish 2nd.